Team, mindset mobility. Everything you want lies in uncertainty. Now, whether that's for your career, your spouse, your future family, everything you want lies in uncertainty. There are no guarantees. There's not a guarantee when you go to the casino to play. There's not a guarantee when you ask the pretty girl out for her number. There's just no guarantees in anything. So if that's the case, why not try? Why not just go out and see what you can do with your life? If there is no guarantee that you're going to succeed, well, then there's no guarantee that you're going to fail. And for yourself, don't you want to see just how lucky you can get? Don't you want to put yourself out there and see just how amazing your life can be if you just tried? This goes back to proactive versus reactive. This goes back to be the captain of your own ship. This goes back all the way to the all or nothing mindset. We put ourselves out there, we can actually determine and find out just how amazing our lives can be. But if we don't, if we sit back, if we let life happen all around us and we live that reactive life, well, then we don't really get to choose or decide what happens. Those mental waves are going to come crashing down on us as opposed to us learning how to ride them. The trust that we've built in ourselves has now diminished because we're letting everything else out there dictate everything that we could and can become. Everything is uncertain. You do not know whether or not it's going to work out. So why not try and have an adventure anyway? You don't know if you are going to make it in the NBA, but you know what? Did you give it your all? Did you learn lessons along the way? Did you learn how to take that and then pivot toward a greater business? Yeah, maybe you did. We don't have to let one thing that we thought we wanted be the reason that we don't keep living our lives. Everything is uncertain. Heck, if you're gluten intolerant, there are a lot of uncertainties with what you can and cannot eat. But you keep trying. You keep figuring out what works for you. And that's why mindset mobility is so important for every person to incorporate into their own lives. Because what's uncertain for me is going to be different than what's uncertain for you. But for both of us, we have the opportunity right in front of us to just try. I'm putting myself out there with these videos. Maybe you want to run a baking channel. Put yourself out there. Do you know how to bake? That would probably be a great place to start. But maybe you don't, and that would be a wonderful learning opportunity for the rest of us to watch you struggle through something, be very vulnerable, and show us just how great of a person you are while trying to bake. And hey, you're welcome for that YouTube channel. But there's no guarantees. There's no certainty in any of this, especially when it comes to how long we have. We just don't know. I know there are a lot of people that I wish I could have said goodbye to. And I can't. And that's why it's important that you let people know just how important they are to you, that you care about them, that you love them. Because everything in life lies in uncertainty. So for yourself, what kind of life do you want to live? You're allowed to be scared. You're allowed to be afraid. You are allowed to not be in a season of putting yourself out there and trying. That is 100% valid. And you're never going to be ready. Life will always keep happening around you. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So what if you took a little step today? What if you inched forward ever so slightly? What if you put that idea that's in your head down onto paper? What if you got that domain for that website that you always wanted to start? What if you made a video and sent it to the girl that you have had this massive crush on for years? What if? We really don't know how great life can be unless we put ourselves out there and do life. So go live. That's the message. That's the takeaway. Go and put yourself out there. Because if there is the uncertainty of success, then there is the uncertainty of failure, and you will figure it out along the way. You have survived 100% of your worst days. You have figured out everything that has ever happened in your life. So go figure it out. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. If everything in life is uncertain, then there really are no wrong or right choices. There are only the choices that you make and the consequences that follow. Those can be good, those can be bad. They are consequences nonetheless. You don't go out for drinks with your friends. Hey, no hangover. Hey, no socializing. consequences. But at the end of the day, there's no right decision. You have to make your best educated guess with what you need to do for you and all of the things that you say you want and want for your life. So yes, maybe going out with the friends is not what's best for you in that moment, but maybe down the road it is. There's no, you do this every time, the all or nothing mindset just doesn't work. That's not life. You have to give yourself the opportunity to flow and move through different decisions and different choices so that you can live the best life for you. Because also understand, if you don't make a decision, that's a decision. That is you actively choosing not to choose. Make choices for your life that help you move just a little bit closer to that dream that you say that you want. No one can do it for you. Who better to do the job for you than you? If everything lies in uncertainty, the choices I make, the choices I don't make, the choices that are made for me will shape how I move through life. So as much as possible, be in the driver's seat. Don't let your emotions take over. Don't let other people reach into your car and start driving your vehicle. Don't let them be the captain of your ship. It's your ship. We don't know where we're going to be in 5 years. We just don't. You can have the 5-year plan. That's great. I love it. Manifest. But you don't know if you're actually going to be there in 5 years. It might take you 10. It might take you 15. It might never happen. But if you don't try, if you make that choice, that is the only guarantee that you will have that it won't come true. So you literally have nothing to lose and everything to gain. You know, as an actor, I audition for projects all of the time. There is no guarantee that I will get any of them, but I keep putting myself out there because I love to act. I love to tell stories. I love to create and morph into a character and live in another world. But that is completely uncertain. Even after I've already shot the project, they might cut me out of the edit. It's happened. It sadly has happened a couple times. There are just no guarantees, but I know what I want to do. I know that I want to help people, that I do love to make a long story long. I like to talk about things and help people find better connections with themselves. Sometimes that's through acting, sometimes it's through coaching, sometimes it's through just existing as a human. But everything is uncertain. All of those roles that I didn't get were just not meant for me. And had I gotten those roles, I might not have become this person. Now, if you had told me back then that I was going to get those roles, but I wouldn't become my best self, would I have taken them? Would I have turned them down? Because that would have been a certainty that I probably would have been like, no, who cares about my best self? I want the job. But that's the beauty of life. We don't have those answers. We really don't know if things are going to work out or if they're not going to work out. We don't know if the job is going to last or if cancer is going to be the end. That's just the reality. We don't know, so we might as well live while we have that time. As I said in the last video, if you just had 1 year left, you had a certainty, you had that deadline, how much different would you live your life? Yep, you might have a couple days where you're sitting in your room, and then you'd probably want to go out and experience life to the fullest because you only have so many days left. Everything is uncertain. But the last thing you should be uncertain about is betting on yourself. I know for myself, with every setback, with every heartbreak, with every failure, the last thing I have ever doubted was my ability to figure it out. Because I already have. I've got 30 plus years of figuring it out behind me. And you have always figured it out. And you're gonna keep figuring it out. So keep betting on yourself. You are the most valuable asset to you. Go all in. Be the biggest believer in you. You will find your people, you will find your tribe, you will have your community, you will have your support beams. But if you don't believe in yourself, why should anyone else? So I challenge you, go all in on yourself. You are the greatest project and the greatest masterpiece you will ever work on. Be certain about that. Everything else lies in uncertainty, but you get to be certain about yourself, and you should be. You're amazing. So why not go out, put yourself out there, and see how much you can gain from life. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm gonna do. And I invite you to join me. I would love to be on this journey with you. And if you're here right now, I'm guessing we're on the same path. And it's gonna be a fun one. And I'm really glad you're here.